Hey guys, Team Urban Rivals here, bringing you guys a new video, and this video is very special for a few reasons. One of those reasons is that Acute Games, who are the makers of Urban Rivals and Fantasy Rivals, have asked me to do a review for you guys, so you guys can check out the game a little bit, see what the game's all about, and I am going to help you guys figure that out. So I would like to formally thank them for giving me a few credits so I can pick up some good cards and be able to get a better feel of how the game actually is. So once again, thank you, Acute Games. I appreciate it. And I would also like to thank a person who helped me a lot in the making of this video behind the scenes, and that is that girl with the cards. She plays a lot of Fantasy Rivals, so she's giving me a lot of background information on what cards are good, what clans are good, what strategies are good, and what each clan is all about, amongst a ton of other things about the game. So check her out. Her link will be down below. She has great videos of both Urban Rivals and Fantasy Rivals. So yeah, make sure you guys go check that out. But let's start off just by talking simply about each of the factions. There are 6 of them, and they are all very unique. So first we have the Abyss, which are the people who live underwater, stuff like that. They're really good at attack manipulation. They have some poison. So with both of those, they have a fairly good balance of what they can do and how strong they are. So really good clan. Next we have Alliance, who I personally call the tree people because they have a giant tree as their symbol. So I just call them the tree people, but they're actually called the Alliance, and they're very good at healing. They have quite a bit of 0 damage cards, and that's something that's not in Urban Rivals. That's very unique in Fantasy Rivals. But the 0 damage cards usually have pretty good abilities, usually heal, or they have -3 opponent's life, or something like that. Something, to do with things that don't have to do with damage. You can get around a lot of DRs and things like this. And then we have Draken, who are the damage clan. They have about the highest damage output of any other clan, and they also are very, they have great synergy with each other. They bounce off each other. They have a lot of attack bonuses, and that's really cool if you're a very aggressive person. Draken is definitely the clan that you would want. Then we have Empire, who are like the DR clans. They have a lot of damage reduction. They have a lot of high power cards for low stars and stuff like that. So very, solid clan. They're probably, middle. They're like a mid clan that you would use if you want a strong deck. It could be high level decks. It can be low level decks. It's really good. Then we have the Shadow, who are actually mana manipulators. They have quite a bit of poison too, but it's more mana based, and mana is actually pills. So you'll hear me referring to mana instead of saying pills, but it's the same concept between both of those. So they have a lot of plus mana abilities and some new abilities that aren't actually in Urban Rivals that I will be talking about later. Then down here, barely on the screen, we have the Spectres, who are really good at, life manipulation. They have a lot of minus and plus life, and they also have quite a bit of power manipulation. So in my opinion, this is the best clan in the game, but like I said, that's my opinion. Everybody else has differentiating opinions. So, I mean, you can pick whatever one you want based on your play style, but that's just me. My play style is like this. So, I think they're a really cool clan, and they have a lot to offer. And the arts in all these clans are absolutely amazing. Before I go any further, let me just say that. The art in this game is absolutely incredible. It's top-notch. The things that they have are very unique, as you can even see from this banner. I mean, this banner is absolutely amazing. The next thing I want to talk about is the different things here. As you can see, there's different little marks, watermarks, I guess you can call them even. And these all represent expansion packs. So what an expansion is 60 characters for each expansion, and that is 10 for each clan, obviously. So they're already on the 3rd expansion. The first one's the Foundations, which is, when the game began, well, it was in closed beta, stuff like that. That was the main set. And then they came out with Warlords, I think when the game first released into open beta. So I think they ended up coming out with that. and I could be wrong, so don't quote me on all this, but that's the second expansion, and the third expansion is currently going on, and more cards will get released every so often. I am not personally sure how long apart they are to releasing characters. It might be 2 weeks, like in Urban Rivals, but don't quote me on that. I didn't ask Thera how long that takes, but yeah, they have release cycles and cards come out, and after 60 cards they start a new expansion which will bring newer cards. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go talk about some of the game modes. We'll go to play here. I'm not going to actually play any games during this video. That'll be for another video. I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about this. Maybe play one. We'll see. But as you can see over here, these are the different game modes. There's 2 different kinds of solo modes, and one's very interesting. So versus computer is obvious. You can go test your deck out against the computer. It'll show what deck you're using here, and you can change what decks. You can make multiple decks and switch between them pretty easily. But here you can play against the computer, test out your deck, do missions. Missions are randomly given to you, so you never know what you're going to actually have until you go into a game and try to do them. Very cool mechanic that they have there. Very interesting. It makes things, ever changing. Though the prizes aren't as big as they would be, like on Urban Rivals, when you do 5,000 damage, you get, 10, 20 credits or whatever. It's not that big, but it is a little bit of boost, extra gold, extra gems, which I'll get to those in a little bit. But then they have the most interesting thing, in my opinion, and I absolutely love this feature, and that is the Steal Treasures. So what treasure is sometimes when you're battling, you'll randomly get one of the various, 6 treasures for each of the card unlocks. And you can do 1 at a time, I believe. And I heard that there are 3 for each clan. There's a common card, which is the first set that you'll get. Then there's the uncommon set, is after you finish all the commons. And then you'll get the rare set after you finish off all the uncommons. So they keep progressing, and you just keep getting treasures from randomly playing. Or you can click here, as I'll just show you real quick, and you can pick a person, and you'll face a computer version of that person, and have the ability to steal that treasure. So let's say you got these 4 treasures, and you have enough energy to fight them. See, can use a common treasure, and it'll take 2 energies per try to steal. So your energy will say right there. It also says up here, and you can click here to start stealing an energy, or not stealing an energy, to steal a treasure. And with that, you'll be able to fight a computer version with their deck that they have set to fight against you. So this can also happen to you, so you got to be very careful. Try to finish your sets as quick as possible. So if you do get 4, try to just get the other 2 as quickly as you can, so that way your treasures aren't stolen from you. Next we have Unranked, which is just a basic, I'm going to go play against a computer player, or a real person, just to play a game. So that's what that's about. And then we have Tournament, which I'm not fully sure what Tournament is yet. I have not done a tournament personally, because I just kind of made my deck, played about 10-15 games while talking to Thera and learning a few things. But from what we think it is, because neither of us have done it, is you pay to get into it, and it's sort of like deathmatch. You face people who are also in the tournament, probably with people with similar decks at first, and then people with similar points as the game goes on, and whoever has the most points at the end of the time limit ends up winning the tournament. And the tournament's probably based on the jackpot that is probably given out to X amount of players. And yeah, that seems the most logical thing that would be happening there. So that's a really cool feature. I think they're going on all the time, and as you can see, there's 20 players in there. You can just join in whenever you want. It has like a timer. I'll just actually click on it, and it has timer. See, this going off for another 22 minutes. As you can see, people have points. There's people with negative points. I think you get negative points if you lose. And I would show the rules, but I don't think they've set it up yet, because this is still beta, so there are a couple of bugs and glitches that need to be fixed. But yeah, rules don't work right now, but you can join for 25 gold, and all these people did, and I think the pot just gets bigger and bigger until somebody wins. And then they have League. So what League is very, very cool. The idea of League is similar to that of ELO, and I will actually go up here to talk about leagues with you guys. Actually, I can go to how it works. Actually, that's a lot of reading, so let's not go to how it works, and let's actually go to the rankings. So how this works is that you will play 5 games pre going into the leagues, because you have to be level 4. They did change it. It used to be level 10, I think, or level 12, something like that. And it seemed too far away, but I'm glad that they lowered it, and it seems more manageable. But you can go into the league. You have to do 5. It's actually one of the things that they ask you to do, and they actually give you credits for doing it. So it's a nice incentive to even try to go into it. And then when you're doing it, based on how well you did against the 5 matches against real players in various leagues, I believe. I could be wrong. They could all be just in Bronze League. But they'll put you in whatever league they think you fit in. And you can actually progress through these based on how you do in the prior league. So don't get worried that you're in Bronze League, because I'm in Bronze League right now. I had a pretty bad deck, so I don't see how I would have gotten not Bronze. But it's fine, because when you get a better deck, you'll start doing better. Like, I'm in 25th right there. And I only played a few matches, so you play at least 25 games during the week, and you'll get some of the jackpot. So that's a nice incentive to play 25 games. Playing 25 games doesn't take too long on this. I think the games are more fluent than that of Urban Rivals. Just a little bit. It's a very different battle system, which I'll probably show you guys later on. But very cool. This is all very cool. And with that, you can keep progressing, and the leagues get harder up to Master 3, because there's 3 that are called Master. I don't know if you can actually get these, because the highest I've seen was Diamond. But yeah, it's really cool there. They also have a TV version where you can watch people who are actually playing in the leagues at that current moment. You can watch them as they're playing. So it's a very cool feature there too. I'll show you guys that in a different video, give you guys a little bit idea of what that is, and stuff like that. But yeah, so let's go and talk about the packs and stuff. Yeah, so let's go to shop. So as you can see here, they have New Blood, Foundations, and Warlords. The reason why they don't have the next expansion is because all the cards aren't out yet, so you can get them all in New Bloods. So there's no really any point in having that. But they're 50 credits, which is kind of expensive, seeing as how 50 credits is a bit more than it would be in Urban Rivals. And you can get Foundations for 40 credits, which once again is the base heroes that they first started the game with. Or you can spend gold on these packs, which are a little bit expensive. I think it'd be better if they're around 50, 300, and maybe 800, and 850, something like that. Be better, but this is what they have them set right now. I mean, everything's subject to change because this is in beta once again, as you can see there. So everything's subject to change, but there's a cool thing about buying this, and I will actually buy a 1 pack for you guys here. And look at how it looks when the pack is opened. It is very artistic. As you can see here, it like shows you a big version. That one doesn't look too good because he's blocked, but look at all the other ones. They look very solid, look very nice, very sleek, and it just, looks pretty amazing. I have 200 credits because I did open 1 pack and I got an epic, which I should actually talk about the card rarities right now since I have this open. Things with no bar that's the same color as the indicator here, like their clan indicator, I keep saying clan. Their I'm just gonna say clan because I forgot what the word was. Foundation color is a common. So these 2 are commons. Then you have silver, which indicates that they're uncommons. So anybody with the silver bar down here, right under the life and attack, those are uncommons. And if they have under that is like a goldish, I don't know, orangish color, those are rares. So if you're confused by it, you can actually click on them, come over to here, and it says rarity rare. And then there's another level up from that, and I will show you that right now. And that is epic. So as you can see here, an epic is a full art card, but that's not the only thing an epic has. An epic has a really cool feature in that if it wins a match, it actually has its own animation where the card is animated and does a cool thing. So, well, not the card, but the character on the card does an animation, and it's really, really cool. I didn't know about that until I actually won a match with her. It was very cool. And there's a ton of new abilities in this game. I don't really have any of them to show you because I don't have any of these cards or anything, and I can't show you higher arts of these cards. So I will just talk to you guys about what it is. So they have this ability called Spirit, and what Spirit is plus mana every turn. So if you hit a guy, let's say it's Victory, because they have a thing called Victory, which is just if you win the match, and then they have Defeat, like on Urban Rivals. If you lose, you get that. So they just call it Victory if you win. And they got, like Victory plus 1 mana per turn is essentially what Spirit is. And then they have Burn, which is the complete opposite, which is mana, minus mana per turn. And those are usually victories. I don't think they have a defeat version of those. I could be wrong because I do not know a lot of these cards yet. I am very new. I am only level 9. I'm just giving you guys my kind of first thoughts and my first impressions on this and stuff I know to give you guys out information. And then they have a really cool thing called Imposing Damage. So what Imposing Damage is, let's say you have a card that is a 8/8. Let's say you have DJ Core in your hand. We'll go in Urban Rivals terms. You have DJ Core, and I have a Spiaggi. Instead of Spiaggi having -3 damage minimum 1, imagine if you had Opposing Damage. That would make DJ Core's damage 1. But this can also work in the verse. Let's say, I have a 0 damage card, because in this game you can have 0 damage. But your guy has Imposing Damage, and your guy has 3 damage. Now my guy's going to do 3 damage, along with his 2 really good abilities. So it can work. It has its downside, but I think it is very interesting ability, and probably my favorite in this whole thing. And there's a lot of changing terms in this game compared to what there is in Urban Rivals, like block damage is prevent damage, so don't get confused by what that is. And I think there's a couple more, but that's the only one I wrote down for some reason. I think Thera told me another one, but I can't remember. See, as you can see, she has Victory, so it's just when you win. And you can use cards, they don't have to be full leveled to use cards. So you can use her at level 4, because she's really good at level 4. Though I'm into fully leveling my guys and playing it out as if they were full leveled, and especially because of the art. Look how good this art is. I mean, it's insane. And heal and poison are instant. And what I mean about that is, in Urban Rivals, you hit with a heal card, you don't get that heal until the turn after. In this game, you hit with a heal card, you get that heal that turn. So it's really cool, very strong, and yeah. So that's all I wrote down, but I'm going to keep going. So up here we have where it says 0, those are gems. That's what you use to level up your characters. Also, you can buy a few cool things on the shop, which I can show you right over here, which is under more items. You can get like 15 energy for treasures, so you have 15 energy instead of 10. You can protect your treasures better. You can get more gems to level up your character, so it's for 20 credits, so it's pretty expensive. But I mean, this one's not too bad, where it's plus 50% for 1 day. Is not too bad, but the 20,000 gems is really good to just level up new guys. Let's say you plan on buying a ton of packs, you can't buy a pack for 20 credits, so why not just spend it on 20,000 gems? And then you have getting up gold, but you have to be level 10 for that. But you can increase your gold. output, or input, I should say. You could buy titles. I already bought a title. I bought Necromancer of the Underworld because that is sick. But yeah, you can buy various titles and just equip those to you just for a little bit of flair. And these are animation improvements, so these are really cool too, because you can get one of these and your cards will do different animations based on which ones you have. So that's really cool. And then you can get background improvements, so these just make the background of the game, you know, you can get various ones. And it's really, really cool. I like this one, this lava one. This one was really cheap, so I bought this one. But yeah, so some nice art on these too. I wish, like, I want this one right here as a poster, the Enchanted Forest. It looks so good. But that's really cool. And the next one is the gold, so you can buy cards with this. There's a couple other things you can buy with gold. I don't think any of this stuff. So gold is mostly made for cards. You don't get too much out of a battle, which is unfortunate because things are pretty expensive. And like I showed before, you can buy these character packs. You only get one character. But like I said, you don't get too much. And the next one under that is credits. But there's a lot of lots of ways to earn credits, like leveling up and stuff like that. Like at level 10, you get 10 credits. So it's pretty insane. I'm actually waiting to get to level 10 so I can get 10 credits. The music is really good on this game. I have it turned off for the video because it just makes it easier for you guys to be able to hear me and listen to me and not get distracted. They also have voice acting in this game, which is very interesting. And I will play one against the computer just to show you guys the mechanics and stuff like that. So what you do, turn one is, well, every turn you pick out of 2 characters that are randomly selected from your deck. So you want to check if you're attacker or defender based on your guys' ability. So I have a defender copy opponent's bonus, so I'm going to pick that guy first. I mean, I'm probably going to end up using that if he gets his bonus off, but the computer doesn't. Computer's not the best player. Often does some crazy stuff. Another cool thing is, unlike Urban Rivals, if I have copy opponent's bonus and he actually has a bonus, like he has poison, I get to actually copy that no matter what. So if I hit here, which I do, I will get that poison off and be able to poison every turn. See, as you can see there, poison is instant. So that is a really cool feature that they added. This card's really strong, Fester. Oh, 3 stars for -2 opponent's power, minimum 5, and defeat +2 life. So he has 2 defeat abilities. So what I want to do is just go Fester with no pills. And yeah, the damage works the same way, though we start off with 15 life, so it's a little bit different. Very interesting that you start off with 15 life instead of 12. Makes the games last a bit longer. Not sure if that's the greatest thing in the world, but I mean, the KOs happen less, and when you do get a KO, you actually feel like you earned the KO. So I have defender copy opponent's bonus and -3 minimum 0. He can beat me, but let's just go for it. Because if I get this, I win. So let's do that. And I believe we win. Right? Yeah, we got it. So that's how the game works. Actually get a KO this time. This guy's really strong, actually. And yeah, so I complete a mission, which will give me a bunch of gems, and then you get this screen after you win, and a bunch of stuff pops out, and you can either just wait and it all goes away, or you can have fun and hold down your right click and just spin your mouse around. So leveling up happens pretty slowly compared to Urban Rivals, but that's okay. You gotta grind it out, right? And that's what you have currently. And yeah. So that's the basic gist of the game, I guess. That's the best I could do anyway. So when I get higher levels, I'll start doing a little bit more videos. When I start getting some more cards and unlocking more things, doing more treasure challenges, and just gathering altogether more information, I will do another video. Let's end this video with the new blood pack and a couple of thank yous. So let's see if we get anything good. Okay, we got that. So I don't know if he's any good. I don't know what's any good in this game. I think this card's... No, is that card good? I don't know. Sorry about that, guys. My phone rang. I go answer it. But anyway, I'd like to once again thank Acute Games for giving me this opportunity to bring you guys this video and tell you guys a lot about their game, which is Fantasy Rivals, and I really enjoyed it. And once again, thank you guys. The link to Fantasy Rivals will be down below, so make sure you guys check that out. And I would also once again like to thank Thera, or That Girl with the Cards, whose link will also be down below, so make sure you guys check her out. She does a lot of videos about the backstories, so the stuff that people often don't know about the cards, the connections between cards and things like that. She's more into the lore of the game, so it's very interesting and a very different approach than the mathematical way that I take to the game. So if you like that, make sure you check her out, and make sure you guys rate, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys later.